Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making something that I've made before on my channel. I'm going to be making my chalupa bread, and I'm going to be making some, I'm going to have refried beans on the side, some hamburger meat, and I have some Mexican rice and some Spanish rice, and I think I'm going to mix them up together because I wish that I had two of the same, but I don't. But I'm going to mix them up together because I want a lot of rice, and it's 4 of us, so I want to make sure everybody gets as much as they want. I'm also gonna cut up the this whole peeled tomato in here and put it inside of my hamburger meat. So let's just get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hamburger meat here and I'm gonna fry it. So let's get that started. Okay guys, I have my hamburger meat over here cooking. Also, I have my refried beans in this pan here. I'm going to add a little Creole seasoning in them. And then I'm going to, just put them on the stove and let them get warm. Once this hamburger meat finished cooking, I put some water in here because I'm going to drain it before I add in the taco seasoning. And I'm going to cut up some whole tomatoes that... From this right here, it's garlic, olive oil, and basil, whole tomatoes. I'm going to cut them up, and I'm just going to add them into the hamburger meat mix. So just kind of give it some flavor. Alright guys, I'll be back when the hamburger meat is done and it's time to season it. I wanted to show you guys real quick. These are the tomatoes that came from that can that I just showed y'all a minute ago. And I'm going to cut these up, and I'm draining because I want to keep this juice, because I'm also going to pour it in here to help season up the meat. Alright guys, the hamburger meat is done. I'm going to add in this mild taco seasoning, the whole pack. Stir it in. I'm going to add in some of the tomatoes. I'm not going to use all of them. Okay guys, the meat is done. I'm gonna go ahead and start making my mix for my chalupa bread. And this tomato juice that I got from my whole tomatoes that I diced and add inside the hamburger mixture, I'm going to use this to pour over my rice once it's done, because it's going to give it a really good taste. So I think I'm going to use it for that instead of using it in the meat, because I don't want the meat to be too wet. I want to put it in the rice. Alright guys, I'm going to get everything prepped and ready so we can make the chalupa bread. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make our dough for our chalupa bread. I have some all-purpose flour, and I'm going to double up the recipe. So I'm going to do 4 cups of flour. Chalupas, baby. Chalupas, I'm recording and we're making the video. Okay. I have some baking powder here. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons. Teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoons of cumin. And we need 3/4 cups of milk. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, I mixed up my dry ingredients together, and now I'm gonna add the milk, and I need a cup and a half milk. I'm just gonna use this cup that I used and a half. And lastly, we're gonna need butter. Melted butter, that is. Pour in your butter. Mix it up. Dough here. It's gonna start forming. Once you get it mixed well, it'll be kind of sticky, and you can take your hands and kind of work with it. And then you need to let it sit for about 10 minutes. Okay guys, my dough is ready. I don't have a rolling pin. I've been meaning to buy one, but every time I get to the store, I never get one. So I'm just gonna have to try to like wing it. But I highly suggest you have a rolling pin. So I'm just gonna do it like this. And I'm gonna pat it out into a circle, and I'm gonna drop it in my grease. I got my grease over here frying, and I'm gonna show you how you're supposed to drop it in the grease. I know what I'm doing, dear. And you want to let it cook till you see it start to float to the top, and until it's golden brown. Over here I got my water getting ready to start boiling for my rice. Remember I told you I had the Spanish rice and I had the Mexican rice that I was going to mix them together, so that's what I'm going to do. And it calls for 2 cups of water for each one, so I put in 4. And then you add in, it's optional for vegetable oil, but I like to use butter. Alright, and this is what your bread will turn out looking like. Okay. And my rice is still cooking. I'm about to go ahead and add the butter. Once a lot of the water's done reduced out of the rice, then I'll add my butter. And then I'll warm up my refried beans and season them up with the Creole seasoning, and then I'll make the plate and everything will be done. The refried beans here, I got my Creole seasoning. I'm just going to add a little bit. Stir it up and let it heat up, and that's it. That's pretty simple for the beans. Okay, I went ahead and added the butter to the rice. Yeah, I know it looks like it's a lot of butter, but hey. I added my butter to the rice. I'm going to let it finish simmering because it still has just a little bit of water in it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the tomato juice.